Yeah, we're live. So, hello everyone, and welcome to another live here in the Open Forum. Today it's me, Danny, Paco, and Dave, and Rachel, and we're Ascension coaches ready to help you and support you on your twin flame journey. We're going to talk about twin flames, what's going to happen in the 2024, and more of that, like really give you guys a lot of support if like throughout this year, let's say you feel like you didn't achieve like maybe a goal or you are still working on your union. This live is going to be focused on helping you keep being encouraged and really claim your union and like give you the tools and what is required from you to have your union. It is very important that you feel relaxed and that you feel happy with your union, and that like when you are approaching your union with your twin flame, you feel that you can have it all. And especially if, like I was saying, if you still haven't like have your union and you feel discouraged or something like that, to know that it's your union is really completely possible. And as long as you are aligning yourself to the vibration of union, you can have your union. And like everybody here, right? Like new year, new resolutions, new me. Make this new year be the new you that like is empowered and believes in their union with their twin flame, wants this union for yourself, and it's ready to commit and do everything that it takes to be in union with your twin flame, because ultimately the union with your twin flame is a reflection of the union with yourself and with God. So with that being said, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give the opening to Paco and Dave, who have also very good points, and then we'll go with Rachel, that also is gonna give us a lot of good feedback and information.
Yeah, thanks, Danny, and welcome everyone. Happy to have you with us. And I like something that you were saying about coming to like peace basically with how your journey is unfolding. And I know this time of the year can be very frustrating for a lot of us, because like we look back and it's like, okay, I thought that by now I would be with my twin flame, and that hasn't really happened. But I feel like it's very counterintuitive. So the more we can kind of like relax and accept where we are at in our journey, and kind of like find a way to enjoy it where we are at, actually makes it lighter and makes it easier to kind of like move forward, and actually is what can help you have that success in 2024, in seeing your twin flame finally kind of like coming into your reality and manifesting in your physical reality. But yeah, like this new year, new me, it's a great time to kind of like wait and see, okay, what did I accomplish, what I did not accomplish. And something that we were talking about the live in the Spanish Open Forum on last Wednesday, we were kind of like doing, of course, a last live of the year. So we were touching upon the same subject. And one, like a very nice thing that we were sharing about was also being like very honest with what are you actually actively doing to achieve your goals. A lot of people come to this journey and kind of like, oh, I want to be with my twin flame, and I will just kind of like give it to divine timing. And divine timing is actually a piece of the journey, but it's not what most of us make of it. Kind of like, oh, I'm just gonna sit around and wait for my twin flame to appear. It actually like requires for you to take the steps to actually be like active in achieving your goals, whether that is being with your twin flame or changing your job, your home, whatever changes you were expecting or looking forward to accomplishing during this year. You of course still can have that. Like there's another 365 new days which are filled with seconds where you can make a new choice, where are filled with possibility. So it's a great opportunity to just kind of like dive into that and see, okay, what didn't function? Was it not functioning because what I was trying wasn't the right approach, or because I wasn't really like trying anything? So if the second answer is the right one, like if you haven't really done anything actively, well, maybe you would like to ask yourself, do I want to start changing that?
Exactly what I thought today. when my Google photo gave me pictures from the past, and there were some pictures of me at the beginning of my twin flame journey. And I felt like, oh my God, I'm so looking forward to 2024 because with this teaching of Twin Flames Universe, with Twin Flame Ascension School class and Life Purpose class, my life changed so much in the last 3 years. And I'm so looking forward to this new year, 2024, because I know with all the steps I can do in the new year, all my dreams do come true. Because I know, like you said, these action steps, they start first inside of me. And as I am honest to myself, I have this wish, like I had this wish for my twin flame, as you can say to yourself, I have this wish for my twin flame, for my twin flame union. And I really go into this new year 2024, yes. And I will do in the new year everything that is necessary to be together with my twin flame. And this is possible. You can achieve that. We achieved it. We learned from Jeff and Jalia. And Jeff and Jalia say in their Twin Flame Ascension School class, you can have what we have, because they are showing us how we can do it, being together with our twin flame. And this is what I believe them. And this is what we...
Yeah, that's kind of like what got us here, was pretty much taking the steps.
Yeah.
I would not have come from Argentina to Austria and moving with Paco if I was just still waiting for my twin flame to come. So, but yeah, I remember still like having these same feelings or thoughts, especially when I was at the beginning of my journey, and kind of like, yeah, of course, having that desire and always feeling like your twin flame is around the corner, because you always feel that connection. But there might be blocks preventing it from it. Like basically having a relationship with your twin flame is inviting a lot of love into your life. So if you're not feeling like very safe or comfortable around like being intimate or open or vulnerable in a relationship, of course you're gonna be pushing your twin flame away rather than closer. And the invitation is that you just kind of like look into these places and see if you want to make a change, if you feel ready to make a change.
Yes.
And you can make a change in whatever pace feels good.
Exactly.
So
that is such a wonderful journey, because I experienced it in my life. I was hurt in some places of my life, and so I was not able yet to be together with my twin flame. But there I learned something here in Twin Flames Universe. Something I was not aware of is such a powerful tool. And this is perseverance.
Yeah, just keep going at it. Don't give up and don't take no for an answer.
And this does not mean that you need to force yourself.
Oh, no.
Or that you need to control anything. No, it's just a decision, like for the new year, I will keep going on my twin flame journey.
Yeah,
even it does not look like I want to, how I want it to look right now.
Oh, no, trust me, the journey never looks like what you would like it to be, but it's leading you somewhere really good.
But I kind of say that to myself, and I grant myself this wish that I keep going for myself, because I love myself and I deserve being together with my perfect partner, with my twin flame, and being cultivating this perseverance in your life is such a wonderful thing you can do in 2024 for yourself. And I would like to say, I am so looking forward to this year, because 22, 24, 2 and 4, and when you count it together, it's 8. And 8 is the sign for infinity. So it's a wonderful year for twin flames, for us all, and for our Twin Flames Union. So to take this energy that can support you on your twin flame journey, and never give up on the dream, on the wish in your heart for your lover.
No, I'm gonna close kind of like before passing it on to Rachel, but when I was like listening to Paco, that thing that came up for me was like all this energy that now it's maybe being put into feeling this frustration and like, oh, yet another year without my twin flame. Like I hear you. I was like 30 something years like that until I finally like manifested my man. We are now spending our 3rd new year together. But if you just take half of that energy and you invest it into taking the steps that will actually bring you closer to your twin flame, it's a matter of like time, in a sense, that you will finally see that changing. And hopefully, I would very much looking forward to next year, this time, hearing all the testimonies in the open forum saying, oh, like, I finally managed it. I finally am in union with my twin flame. We are finally spending New Year's Eve together or the holidays together. That would be like amazing. And we are always kind of like cheering on and celebrating when everyone achieves their union. So you should not be an exception.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, that touches on what I wanted to talk about as well, because it's okay to choose to manifest your union in the next year. I mean, I did it for years before coming into the work, but when you choose your union, then you have to go through a series of steps to manifest it, to dissolve whatever blocks are there. And for a long time without this work, I could choose it, but I didn't know how to move through the steps. I didn't know what to clear. I didn't know how to dissolve the blocks. And so I was getting nowhere fast. So it's not a question of time, because at this time of year, it can be easy to think that time's passing you by. You don't have to worry about any of that, because it's not about time, it's about healing. Your union comes in when you've cleared your own blocks, when everybody's blocks are going to be different. Everybody's got their own level of difficulty. It's always what they can handle. It's never going to be anything that you can't handle. And so what was I going to say? And also so instead of making the resolution, I'm going to have my union by this day, you can make a resolution to take the steps in order to manifest your union in its own divine order. I actually made a meme with Twin Flames Universe. I don't think it's come out yet, about 3 New Year's resolutions you can make for your twin flame journey. And they involve feeling all your feelings, not running away from them. And probably the number one thing you can do to manifest your union is to practice the mirror exercise every day, because every mirror exercise completed is a giant leap forward towards your union. And for me, not just with twin flame, but in all areas of life, I'm just making one resolution in all areas, and that's consistency. As long as you're consistent with the inner work that you're doing, you will get results. If you're consistent in any area, you will get results. Somebody mentioned perseverance, persistence. That energy has been coming up for me in the last couple of days. It will keep you going through any challenge, and whatever is in front of you will dissolve in the face of your persistence. So keep going. Don't give up. Don't set yourself a time limit. Don't put pressure on yourself. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy every moment of it. You can relax into it. It's not a race.
I love what you're saying, Rachel. Like it's really on point, like to how someone should approach twin flame union, like how really you get to twin flame union, and it's through that process of like not giving up, right? Like persistence, perseverance, like Paco was saying, and enjoying the journey, right? Like you don't get into union through suffering, right? Like through worry. You get into union when you are surrendered, when you are loving yourself, when you know that you are with your twin flame within you, and when you are like sure that you are taking the steps that are required from you to align to your union, which is the purification, right? Like of whatever is not aligned with your union, right? Like the old way of relating with relationships. This requires a new way. And so Yeah, like I remember when I got into union, I was very, very disciplined and very devoted to myself. And I was applying the mirror exercise all the time, like really, really watching the classes and very happy with my life, right? Like with the choice that I made for myself. I think that, like, if anything, something you can take from today is that, if your new year resolution is to be in union, know that you can have it. Like, it can happen. Uh, and it's up to you to have the persistence and the perseverance and the love for yourself, to love yourself, right? Like, and to align to your union with your twin flame. And here we have all the tools, right? We have the Twin Flame Ascension School, Life Purpose Class, Dreams Coming True, all the e-courses that you can get that are going to help you align in Twin Flame Union, because all of the e-courses are that representation of Harmonious Union of Twin Flames. And you can also work it with a coach and like really take this to the next level, like and love and embrace your journey. Everything that you can have, everything that you set your mind to, right? Like just like everything else in life, when we want something, we do the work to get it, and then we get it. But I'm gonna highlight again the importance of what Rachel said, that it's enjoy the journey. If you're not enjoying the journey, then you are not fully doing it right? Like it's not gonna, you're not gonna be happy. And of course, you're gonna have moments and days where it's not gonna be easy, right? Like you're gonna be in upheaval, meaning maybe you're gonna be healing something that doesn't feel good, and it's okay to go through that. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to have good days, to have bad days. It's okay to feel that you just want to maybe just lay down, cuddle, or maybe you just want to take a lot of action, like really surrender to the process. But like, don't lose your focus that you want to have this union with yourself and with your twin flame, and that like you are willing to commit to whatever it takes for you to have this dream, that it's for you to be with your twin flame, because it's 100% possible. And if it wasn't, you wouldn't be here, you wouldn't be listening to it, and that's it. And I know that like maybe you want to know, like, okay, when it's gonna happen, right? Like is it gonna be 2024? Like when, which month, which day, like, and all of those things, right? And that could be cool and like give you like some hope, but like really the point is that like you are peaceful, that you feel that you are in union. Because when you are waiting for your union to happen at a certain time, then you're not surrendered, you're in separation in a way, because you are created in union with your twin flame, and so you are never really separated. So the moment you give power to a thought that like it's in the future, then you're not thinking that you already are in union with your twin flame. So when you connect with the feeling that you are already in union with your twin flame, then that's when you actually enjoy the journey, because you feel it within you, something that exists, something that is there, and then you're able to work through the process to fully manifest it and have it permanently in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. No, but I remember like seeing these forecasts and like tarot readers at the beginning of my journey too. And of course, like I didn't know anything about mirror exercise, effect, like mirror dynamic. Like that was I was a complete outsider before this work. And I remember like having those readings. Oh, okay. So, my twin flame union, and it's coming like in next month. And I was like, okay, the month went by. I'm like, okay, nothing happened. And I'm like, okay, what did I miss? And then when I came to this work, like this body of work, I realized what I missed was having something, a broom to kind of like sweep away the blocks to my union, and like really making way for like love. And we've all been hurt in this place. So like Rachel and Danny were sharing, it's okay to kind of like take it one step at a time. Your twin flame is not running anywhere. I assure you, even if you experience them running as far away from you as possible, they are only just showing you something that you're doing within yourself. And this might be a little bit of a complicated concept for some at the beginning, I know that the mirror effect took me a while to kind of like understand it. And even to this day, I sometimes would love to point fingers at Paco and say, you are responsible for this. But I've also been long enough with the teaching to know how this works. So I cannot play that. I cannot play dumb anymore. But for anyone who is really new, barely gotten to the group last hour, last minute, last week, and all of this is really, really new, take your time to explore it. Try it on, see how it works, see if it resonates, take what feels good, take what you see like, okay, they seem to be talking about something that seems to be making sense. Let's see what else is there. I know that that's how I started, and it took me to this place. So, but never put like the Danny and Rachel were sharing, never put kind of like this expiration date. Like, oh, if I'm not with my twin flame in June the 24th, 2024, then it means that the union is not going to happen. Or twin flame union is not for me. Or everybody else gets to be in union and harmonious union and get married and engage with their twin flames, but not me. And that's not true. That's a very limiting thought, and it actually kind of like cripples you from manifesting this desire that you've probably been having for quite some time about being with your one true love. And it's real. Like, we are people, flesh and blood. Like, we are here sitting, talking to you. This is possible. This is not like fairy dust. So just go ahead and embrace the journey, as Rachel and Danny were saying, and just allow it to flow to the best of your abilities. Like, you will learn how to navigate. Where are your bad days? Where are your good days? And kind of like cut yourself some slack. Just go about it. I feel like you have something to add.
Yeah, it's a wonderful set. Everything that was shared here in this life, and this is exactly how you can start 2024 with this choice of making a change, trying out what Twin Flames Universe has to offer for you, looking into the mirror dynamic. What is that? How can that support me in achieving what I desire in 2024? And look how the path can feel too. The path itself can feel good. The goal is having a light and easy journey too, where you come closer to yourself, and that way you come closer to your twin flame union. Doesn't that sound juicy? You focus on yourself, you focus on your well-being, you focus on feeling good in your life, in feeling better in all areas in your life, and your twin flame has nothing else to do than to be with you, because it feels so good to be with you. And when you go deeper into what twin flames really are, you will understand why this is that way. Because
yeah, you actually get to bake the cake and eat it
together.
I find that so very cool. So yeah, I don't know if you guys would like to add anything.
Yeah, something you said, Paco, about like how like you can, oh, I lost the idea, but you were saying like pretty much you can have this, hang on, I lost the idea. I had it. Give me a minute. I don't know, Rachel, if you have something, and I'll connect back to the idea.
Yeah, well, take your time. Do we have any questions in the comments?
No, I'm looking over, and it's not questions so far, but we have Moni, Patrick, Ariel, Christina, and Olga, Nabir, and Lara all watching. So hi guys, thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
if anyone has a question, please.
Yeah,
somebody asked if there's. Oh, sorry, Rachel, go ahead.
I was just going to say, if you want to ask a question, don't be shy. Carry on.
Yeah. Somebody asked if we can have subtitles in Spanish, and this video is always going to be posted on YouTube, and then when it's posted on YouTube, you can do the subtitles in Spanish. So yeah, I don't remember what was my point. But yeah, like pretty much, you know, like really commit to the process. Union is for you, and it is 100% possible. Really, like it's, you do the work, right, like that it's required, and then you're gonna have the result for it. You know, it's that very simple process and principle. And so yeah, like, you know, I feel like you can use this opportunity, you know, it's new year, for you to let go of everything, like all the past, and really claim a lot of like new energy that can help you, like, you know, be happy, be successful, and be positive about your journey. Okay, I remember. So yeah, so when some people, right, like Paco said something about, you know, isn't it juicy for you to be so happy and loving yourself, and then that's what brings you to inflame. Now, the reason why some people don't do that, it's because they are afraid. Some people are afraid that their twin flame is gonna forget about them if they focus on themselves. And so they are, because they are afraid, they are like, no, 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 I cannot let go. I need to like keep, you know, just be around, because what if they forget about me? Like, I need to make sure that they know that like I'm here. So I want to talk about that, because the truth about twin flames is that you are created as one and you share one consciousness, which means that if you are loving yourself, the love that you are pouring into yourself is the same thing, that the same love that you are pouring into the one consciousness that you share with your twin flame. And that information gets to your twin flame. And so your twin flame feels attracted to you as a magnet, because the love you gave to yourself made an impact in the one consciousness that you share. And then suddenly they start feeling that they want to call you, they want to reach out to you, they want to be with you. This is how it works, you know. That's the thing with twin flames. And it's kind of like also the law of attraction, right? Like when you think of something, when you believe that you have it, and when you act as if you have it, you will have it. And the beautiful thing about this work and the mirror exercise that Deborah was sharing before is that, like, when you apply the mirror exercise, you're not only like embracing this union and like thinking, okay, you know, I'm gonna be in union, attract my twin flame and everything, but like you're actually making progress, and you're making changes that are gonna be permanently, because you're healing the core of your upsets. You're healing the core of the patterns that are keeping you from seeing, like embracing yourself and being happy and attracting your twin flame, you know. And so the mirror exercise is the tool that is going to help you make those permanent changes. It's not something temporary that is just going to, you know, get you high and you feel good for the moment. Like, it's something that is going to make you feel peaceful, make you feel loved, because it helps you connect with loving yourself. There is one thing you learn in Twin Flame Ascension School, and it's to love yourself. And so if you focus on loving yourself, then that's all that you need to do, and you'll know. And you also learn how to approach your twin flame. If you are loving yourself, you are going to know how to communicate with your twin flame, and then how to start having a relationship with them. Because let's say you're not in communication, or you don't know them, then you need to take the first step, right? Like, you need to go step by step, and then that's how you cultivate and you build a relationship with your twin flame and with yourself, like any other relationship. But of course, this relationship is unlike any other relationship, because this is you. This is your twin flame who was created with you. And so it's safe for you to really, give yourself the time to study this and to purify your consciousness into aligning with your twin flame union. And that may be your new year resolution. And like, your twin flame union is gonna be not only you have a relationship, right? Like, it's really about yourself, and it's really about you feeling good with life, you feeling good with yourself, you having a relationship with God. And like, that relationship is the foundation for everything in your life, for all the relationships, for your business, for your career, for everything that you do. And so the twin flame union is not just about this one relationship. It's your entire life that is going to change when you align to your twin flame union, and when you use the teachings of union. And so by embracing that, you're going to be able to feel the union and to leave it, and just thrive. And like, remember that New Year resolution, it's not just this relationship, it's about your entire life. It's about you coming into union with yourself, you getting to know yourself, you letting go of all stereotypes, letting go of everything that doesn't serve you anymore. It's a transformation. Claim this transformation. That's union, like embracing this transformation, that it's gonna give you ultimately everything that you want, and it's gonna be the foundation for everything that you want. So is it worth it? 100%, and is it worth it for you to commit fully and go past beyond your fears and take action? Yes, because your fear is just gonna keep you in a loop. But if you take action and you do what is necessary, you do what it takes for you, you commit to the process, then you are gonna see results, right? Like that's it. So my advice for you who's watching is that your New Year resolution, you are ready to commit to having a beautiful and profound relationship with yourself, with God, and there you are going to find your twin flame. And the teachings of union are the bridge for you to have this beautiful dream life. So, go to twinflamesuniverse.com and get started. You can get the free twin flame introductory course. So with that being said, I don't know, Dave, would you like to pull some cards? Because we had this prepared for you guys to pull cards before we end the live today.
Yeah, we are not gonna leave anyone hanging. We know that new year, new resolution, and of course a couple of cards to get a little bit of a hint, a little peek onto what is the new energy coming. And I love this one. It's a surrender your addictions. I'm working with, we have two here. We have the power of surrender. This is a lovely deck. I highly recommend buying this one if anyone is into cards. It's a very helpful one, especially for those of us who have a little bit of a control issue in our journey. So the first card says, surrender your addictions. Whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. And I feel like the journey, Opala, the twin flame journey, it's like Danny was saying, it's a transformation. It's gonna invite us to leave behind the things that are not helping us move forward anymore. And it's a journey that allows us to grow basically as people. And I know it's quite counterintuitive, but many of us have grown with patterns or like behaviors that we kind of like tend to repeat automatically because we feel like we are getting something out of it, and we are doing this not fully aware of it. But this new year is an invitation to kind of like start exploring and looking into these places and kind of like finding out, am I having some unhealthy attitudes or way of approaching things, relationships, that it's not really being helping anymore? Because none of these are gonna help you be in a harmonious relationship with your twin flame, which is basically like our aim goal is to find that place of harmony with your twin flame. It's just not about like, oh, I'm gonna be with this person and I'm gonna forget that I've ever had problems. It's actually improving every aspect of your life, every step of like one step at a time. No more nor less than what you can do, but that's kind of like the Kickstarter for the next year is, okay, kind of like doing that review and maybe picking up. If there's something that you've been doing so far that hasn't really been working out, and yeah, kind of like evaluate how your relationships with all the aspects of your lives are. A lot of the times we are kind of like running away from something and we kind of hide. Some of us do it with work, some others do it with shopping, or also spirituality. Why not? So yeah, it's kind of like an invitation to create healthier relationships moving forward for the new year and onwards. I don't know if you would like to add something to the card.
Yeah.
As I saw you smirk.
I love this card. Even sometimes it guides me to a place where I'm kind of hurt. That's why I maybe had kind of created this addiction to work or whatever. Because underneath there is a feeling, and the twin flame journey is a journey of feeling your feelings, and addictions just help you to not feel the feeling. And as you, like Rachel and Danny and you already shared, here we have a lot of supportive tools where you can learn to feel your feelings, learn to feel intense feelings, so that you can let go of this relationship you have with things or people or behavior that is more an addiction than what it
Than something healthy.
Yes.
Okay.
Something that gives to you. Addiction always takes from you. Doesn't matter what you are addicted, it takes from you, from your energy, from your well-being.
Yeah, and kind of like the last piece to it, now that you were talking about it, is like, of course, when you are becoming addicted to something, you are seeking to avoid looking at something else. It's kind of like you take the energy from that you don't want to look.
Yeah.
And kind of, I'm gonna place it here, and I'm just gonna keep myself busy with this other thing.
Yeah.
And the problem doesn't really go away just because you are kind of convincing yourself that you're not feeling it. Doesn't mean that it's not there. And trust me on this one, I've tried to convince myself that I wasn't having certain problems in my life, especially in relationships, until it like kind of came to this point where I have to really look into it, because like I was coming always to the same like experience over and over again. And I remember Chrissy once sharing, I don't remember if it was in a class or in a meeting we
Chris,
had,
one of the live students from Twin Flame Essentials class.
And she was sharing, I think it was in the podcast that was being done a while back.
And also on the YouTube channel, podcast.
And she was sharing, like, she came to this teaching after realizing that there was this repeated issue in every aspect that she was like, every relationship that she was having. And at some point she was like, okay, wait, stop. There has to be like some common factor here. And that's when it kind of like hit her. It was like, yeah, I'm the common factor. So that means that there's something in me that is guiding me to do things in a certain way. And so I feel this card is a great invitation to kind of like look into that. Sorry.
Yeah, and just make a new decision for the new year, and inviting something that feels good, what helps, supports you. And we can pick one card, I feel, is from the romance deck, and it's very, very wonderful. It's Flirt, the card Flirt, and it says, extend your light-hearted energy to others. And this card, I feel, is speaking to the relationship with your twin flame. When you approach it with this light feeling, like Danny was sharing, that you can bring lightness into the relationship with the twin flame when you allow yourself to be happy, when you let go of this fear that when you are happy your twin flame forgets about you. No, you can bring this lightness, this light love energy into the relationship with the twin flame. You do not need to have to hold on to this fear that they will forget you. No, in 2024
they can never forget you.
Never
because
ever.
Twin flame never forgets you.
Yeah, because you share this one consciousness, and as you invite this flirt energy, when you are with yourself, kind of when you flirt,
when you're having a nice time with yourself, and you're feeling like flirtatious with life itself, and you have that like wonderful, juicy relationship with life.
Does not mean do you need to leak your sexual energy, but you can approach your life from this light feeling of love and joy.
Yeah, that's when your twin flame is gonna like, peekaboo, hey, what are you doing there? Can I join you?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's when it starts to get really good. So,
and then also when challenges are on your journey, then you kind of approach them also from, okay, there's a challenge. The challenge is not here to punish me. This is just something I can overcome because I'm good supported. I know that at the other end of the challenge, there is more love, there is more joy, there is more good feelings and good stuff for me and for my twin flame union.
Yeah, never forget that the main purpose of this journey is to heal and feel better. So it doesn't matter how it's looking like, it does serve a purpose. And I totally like get you if you're kind of like, yeah, well, guys, everything that you're saying is like super cool, but this looks like crap right now and it doesn't feel good. We've been there, all of us been there. We know what you're talking about. So feel free to reach out or pop a question in the comments. We would more than gladly answer you and guide you to the tools that have helped us navigate the journey with a little bit more ease and a little bit more grace and actually get the results.
Yes.
So I feel like a last one would be a nice.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is time to close. It says, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And then, I'm just still learning to focus the cards. Yes. No, and again, like divine timing doesn't mean that you sit around and do nothing. Like you have to put
divine timing means you
put
are
in front of the
forcing.
other. But divine timing exactly means that you are trusting how the process is unfolding, how your journey is unfolding. Even as we were saying before, and Danny was saying at the beginning of this live, things don't seem to look the way that you expected them to be.
Yeah.
So it's okay. We have ways to like show you how you can love yourself in this place, that you feel good about what is happening, because challenges may arise, but they are just kind of like testing you. Like, how much are you gonna stay the path? How much do you really say that you want your twin flame? Do you really want your twin flame, or you kind of like say you want your twin flame, but maybe not, I'm not sure, we will see. So it's a mixture of like being active in your process and taking the steps, but at the same time knowing when to step back and allow the universe, love, God, life, however you would like to call it, to put the pieces together
and
like kind of like lay it before you. I love sometimes this journey reminds me right now of how you would put a Lego together. If any one of you watching ever has like put together a Lego, you know that most of them come with a manual, and you have like a step-by-step of how you need to lay the pieces, or in a puzzle, like you know exactly how to lay the pieces to come to the final product, which in this case would be your twin flame union. So there are steps. And sometimes I have this experience when he's putting like a Lego, I'm like looking at it, and this doesn't seem to be making any sense. And I go over the little brochure thing. I'm like, I don't understand why you need all these pieces. But there's a purpose behind it. And I feel this card is pointing you, or like the energy is pointing to that. It's trusting that the journey knows what it's doing. It knows exactly how it's guiding you. And there are stepping stones for you to get from where you are to where you want to go.
Yeah, and your journey is perfect for you and your twin flame.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the cool thing.
Exactly. Each journey is unique, yours included. So take the steps and allow it to unfold, and kind of like take a step and allow it to unfold, and kind of start and find that balance. I feel like that would be kind of like the final message of this card, like worth waiting for. It's absolutely worth all the effort that you put in.
Yes.
And all the steps that you take.
Yes.
To achieve being with your twin flame union. So
yes,
that's kind of like the energy for next year. You can take whatever resonates with you. We hope that this will guide you to greener pastures. And like I said before, I'm looking forward to hearing from all of you, sharing about your successes and breakthroughs with this work and your journey as well.
All right. Thank you everyone for joining us and for watching. Happy New Year, everyone, and see you next week for another beautiful live and support for you guys here in the forum. Thank you for all the coaches too. And that was amazing reading, by the way. Thank you for that too, guys. And yeah, I'll see you everyone around. Bye-bye.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.